YouTube and welcome to Musicology for the People. I, as usual, am your host Allison Kaufman, and this time we have my delightful roommate, Samuel Chan.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, it's pretty good in the apartment.
Yeah.
So Sam and I have one very important thing in common that makes this whole relationship work, and that is that we both are not very big fans of Richard Wagner.
See, I've learned that I appreciate Wagner, but that doesn't mean I have to like him or his music.
Yep. There are many reasons why we don't like Wagner. There's, you know, his abhorrent personality, his flagrant anti-Semitism, and, you know, there's that God complex too, so...
Yeah, he's not exactly the most pleasant human being on the planet. However, in the last few years, it has been discovered that Wagner had a closeted secret. Inside the closet, there were the most beautiful silk gowns that he enjoyed wearing himself.
Here's the evidence we've gathered for this. Wagner was pretty well known for going to extraordinary lengths to avoid his many creditors. He racked up quite a lot of debt during his life. And there are plenty of hilarious stories of narrow escapes using increasingly more inventive means of doing so, and one of the famous stories comes from Vienna. So in 1864, Wagner again found himself in increasing debt, and the way that he managed to escape was by dressing up as a woman in clothes he must have already had in his size, and escaping the city. Around the same time, his student Hans von Wolzogen said that he saw Wagner appear in public wearing a lady's jacket.
So this could be fun and games, right? A means to an end?
I mean, I guess that's like kind of possible, but we also have a series of correspondence between him and his various dressmakers, you know, where he was living, and in these letters he is ordering clothes. But here's the catch. His wife Cosima was actually very manly, and she really didn't give a crap about what kind of clothes she was wearing. So all ordering for both of the Wagners was taken care of by Richard himself, and he was very detailed about the kind of clothes he would like for his wife.
There's a letter from 1869 in which Wagner orders a black dress that could be worn inside, outside, or as negligee.
So apparently the little black dress was important even back then.
He also asked for a very pretty morning hat.
Delightful.
Yeah.
However, another thing about his wife Cosima is that she was a very detailed diarist. So even though Wagner ordered these clothes for her, she never got them, or she certainly never wrote about receiving them. So who was the little black dress for? Also, there was another letter that was only recently published in 2007 in which Wagner orders even more detailed clothing. In a letter written in 1874 to a clothing firm in Milan, Richard asks for a dress that could be something graceful worn for an evening at home. He further specifies that this dress has to have a high collar, it has to have lace, it has to have satin and silk, it has to have a big huge bow and a bustle in the back, and the sleeves have to be super tight. Basically, he knows his dresses. The order is actually so specific that Barry Millington, who's a co-editor at the Wagner Journal...
Because there's an entire journal dedicated to Wagner.
I guess he deserves it. Anyway, he suggests that even if Wagner weren't a cross-dresser himself, his knowledge about female clothing suggests a very detailed, if not fetishistic, interest in women's attire.
Oh!
And even apart from the possibility of him wearing women's clothing, there's also the matter of his underwear.
Wagner always wore silk and satin underwear.
He claimed that it was due to a skin irritation, but really?
Really?
Really? He even wrote a letter to a seamstress asking after the pink underwear that he ordered.
So Wagner wore pink silk underwear.
I think even with the possibility that he didn't wear women's clothing, the idea that he wore pink silk underwear is absolutely hilarious. I mean, this guy is like so intense and blustery and judgy and racist, and then just picture him doing all this stuff wearing pink silk underwear. And he certainly was a very feminine man.
He would take his bath with perfume, in the water, which is actually really not helpful.
Yeah, it doesn't really
doesn't help
you.
at all. And he also had pink satin rose-scented cushions.
Because it's not enough that they're pink and satin. They also
No,
have
not
to
at
be
all.
rose-scented.
And he also wrote about the prettiness of floral scents in his operas.
Hello, Tannhäuser.
Oh, hello.
Basically, I have to say that if he did cross-dress, it might be the only thing about Wagner that I actually like. Is that just me?
You know, pretty much the only good thing about him, really. His music is important, yes, we both know that. That doesn't mean we have to like it. But I do like the fact that I know now that he likes to wear pink underwear. And I actually don't know how I feel about that.
I like it. I dig it. Special. We're all special.
I mean, we're all special.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you maybe learned something new about Richard Wagner that isn't just the typical anti-Semitism stuff you hear about. If you like this, be sure to like and subscribe for more of the same kind of content. I was thinking actually, I just got this new cookbook. I did a video recently on Hildegard von Bingen and I found a cookbook called From St. Hildegard's Kitchen, where a cook describes all of Hildegard's recipes. So maybe we'll do like a Hildegard cooking video. Let me know if you like the idea. You can also follow on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below in the description thingy-mabob. And until next week, guys, maybe you should clean out your closets.
Scandalous.
Musicology.